الحمد لله رب العالمين، صلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما ينفعنا. آمين. So tonight we're looking at the name Al-Mu'izzu and Al-Mudhil. And Al-Mu'izz comes from the word Izz, um, supremacy or sovereignty. And Al-Dhul, Al-Mudhil powered. And so Al-Mu'izz, Allah is the one that grants Izzah, and Al-Mudhil, Allah is the one also that humiliates, defeats, renders powerless, and so on. So the Imam here he says, هو الذي يؤتي الملك من يشاء ويسلبه ممن يشاء. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that grants the dominion to whomever he wishes and takes it away or withdraws it from the one that he or from whom he wishes. And he continues, he says, وَالْمُلْكُ الْحَقِيقي, and the true dominion or the true kingdom, he says, إِنَّمَا هُوَ فِي الْخَلَاصِ مِنْ ذُلِّ الْحَاجَةِ. It is in getting rid of the humiliation of being in need of others. And obviously it's not with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's with the entities other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he says it is also the dominion is also in qahr al-shahawat, to suppress one's desires or to control one's desires, and also usmat al-jahl, and to also get rid of ignorance or the shame of ignorance or the deficiency of ignorance. So he says, فَمَنْ رَفَعَ الْحِجَابَ عَنْ قَلْبِهِ حَتَّى شَاهَدَ جَمَالَ حَضْرَتِهِ, that whoever lifts the hijab, the barrier, from his heart. Right? And of course the barriers here is not literal, it's metaphorical for any diseases that attack the heart from being sound, such as envy, such as jealousy, such as being for example, hateful or spiteful to other Muslims. All of these are, so he says, فَمَنْ رَفَعَ الْحِجَابَ عَنْ قَلْبِهِ, whoever lifts or removes the hijab from his heart, حَتَّى شَاهَدَ جَمَالَ حَضْرَتِهِ, until this person is able to witness the beauty of Allah's presence. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives this person وَرَزَقَهُ الْقَنَاعَةَ حَتَّى اسْتَغْنَى بِهَا عَنْ خَلْقِهِ, that, and whoever is given al-qana'a, which is contentment, being content, until the person is with this contentment self-sufficient, an khalqi, from needing the other creation. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also gives this person وَأَمَدَّهُ بِالْقُوَّةِ وَالتَّأِيدِ, and gives this person also strength and gives this person aid, حتى استولى بها على صفات نفسه, until this person is able to control within himself, within herself or within himself, their features, such as we mentioned, anger and all these attributes that the human has, until the person is given power from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they're able to control themselves, their features or their traits or the innate tendencies that they have. فَقَدْ أَعَزَّهُ وَآتَاهُ الْمُلْكَ عَاجِلًا, this person indeed Allah has given them izzah, person that has these attributes or this type of help from Allah, then Allah has given them indeed izzah, which is sovereignty and supremacy. وآتاه الملك عاجلا, and has given them the dominion in this world. عاجلا meaning in short term, Allah has given them the dominion. And Allah says because of that also, وَسَيُعِزُّهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ بِالتَّقْرِيبِ آجِلًا. And in the day of judgment, or in the akhirah, in the other life, in the next life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give this person izzah, honor and dignity and supremacy and sovereignty in the akhirah with closeness and proximity to Him, Jalla Jalaluhu, ajilan, this is in the next life. And وَيُنَادِيهِ, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will summon this person or call upon this person with this calling, Ya ayyatuha an-nafsul mutma'inna, O you tranquil soul, irji'i ila rabbika radiyatan mardiyah, return to your Lord radiyah, whilst you are pleased with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mardiyah, and whilst He is pleased with you. فَدْخُلِي فِي عِبَادِي, enter with, or enter among my righteous servants, my dignified servants, with khuli jannati, and enter my jannah alongside my good servants. And to the contrary, he says, the Imam وَمَنْ مَدَّ عَيْنَيْهِ إِلَى الْخَلْقِ حَتَّى احْتَاجَ إِلَيْهِمْ, and whoever prolongs their gaze looking at what others have, what the other servants have, so that it increases their need for those servants, or what they have, what is in their dominion or ownership. And وَسُلِّطَ عَلَيْهِ الْحِرْصُ حَتَّى لَمْ يَقْنَعْ بِالْكِفَايَةِ, and this person is given this keenness and eagerness to in this pursuit of looking at other people's what is in other people's possession, until it causes the person to not have contentment with what they have, which is sufficient most of the times. وَاسْتَدْرَجَهُ بِمَكْرِهِ حَتَّى اغْتَرَّ بِنَفْسِهِ, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gradually with His plot, gradually takes that person down that path until the person is deluded within themselves. وَبَقِيَ فِي ظُلْمَةِ الْجَهْلِ, and the person remains in the darkness of ignorance after that. And then indeed this person, he says, فَقَدْ أَذَلَّهُ اللَّهُ وَسَلَبَهُ الْمُلْكِ. فَقَدْ أَذَلَّهُ وَسَلَبَهُ, this person has been humiliated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the dominion or the mulk has been taken from them. And he says, وَذَلِكَ صُنْعُ اللَّهِ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ كَمَا يَشَاءُ حَيْثُ يَشَاءُ. And this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does whenever He wants, to whom He wants. It is totally up to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he says, فَهُوَ الْمُعِزُّ الْمُذِلُّ. And as we mentioned previously, this is also one of the names that go together, that are opposites, but they go together. So it's not good, or it doesn't give that perfection that is intended with these names, because all these names, as we mentioned, are al-husna. They're perfect names. They don't have or contain any deficiency in meaning, because all of them are Allah's names, Jalla Jalaluhu, and attributes. So, but sometimes if we use them in the wrong way or invoke them out of context, they could mean, or they could be deficient in some way. Such as saying, as we mentioned, Al-Mu'izz, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that grants superiority or sovereignty. And we do not mention Al-Muzil. Or we say Al-Muzil, Allah is the one that humiliates. But then we do not mention that Allah is also the one that grants superiority. So it's better, or it's more befitting, that these two names be mentioned with one another. And he says that Allah is فَهُوَ الْمُعِزُّ الْمُذِلُّ. He is the one that grants izzah, and He also is the one that humiliates. يُعِزُّ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. He grants izzah to whomever He wills. And وَيُذِلُّ مَنْ يَشَاءُ. And He humiliates whomever He wills. And he says, وَهَذَا الذَّلِيلُ. And this person that is being humiliated, هُوَ الَّذِي يُخَاطَبُ ويقال له is the one that is spoken to with this statement. Allah says, وَلَكِنَّكُمْ فَتَنْتُمْ أَنفُسَكُمْ. Indeed, you caused yourselves fitna. وَتَرَبَّصْتُمْ وَارْتَبْتُمْ وَغَرَّتْكُمُ الْأَمَانِيُّ. And you waited, procrastinated. وَارْتَبْتُمْ. You had doubts about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His deen. وَغَرَّتْكُمُ الْأَمَانِيُّ. And wishful hopes. And this وَغَرَّكُمْ بِاللَّهِ الْغَرُورُ. And you were deceived by the shaitan, al-gharur. فَالْيَوْمَ, on this day, لَا يُؤْخَذُ مِنْكُمْ فِدْيَةٌ. No ransom will be accepted from you. Any type of ransom will not be accepted from you. And this is the hadith. The Imam says, وَهَذَا غَايَةُ الذُّلِّ. And this is the pinnacle of humiliation, or being humiliated. And then now he speaks about what is the portion of the servant when it comes to this name. How can this name be, how can one invest these qualities in themselves? He says, وَكُلُّ عَبْدٍ اسْتُعْمِلَ فِي تَيْسِيرِ أَسْبَابِ الْعِزِّ على يده ولسانه. And any servant who is used by Allah as a means of making available the means to giving izzah by either their hands or by their tongue, then he says this person فَهُوَ ذُو حَظٍ مِنْ هَذَا الْوَصْفِ. This person indeed there are many verses in the Quran that show this attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He is al-Mu'izz and that He is also al-Mudhil. In Surah Al-Imran, Allah says, قُلِ اللَّهُمَّ مَالِكَ الْمُلْكِ تُؤْتِي الْمُلْكَ مَنْ تَشَاءُ وَتَنْزِعُ الْمُلْكَ مِمَّنْ تَشَاءُ وَتُعِزُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ وَتُذِلُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ بِيَدِكَ الْخَيْرُ إِنَّكَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. That قُلِ اللَّهُمَّ مَالِكَ الْمُلْكِ, say, O Prophet of Allah, مَالِكَ الْمُلْكِ, O Allah, the owner of the possessor of mulk, of the dominion. تُؤْتِي الْمُلْكَ مَنْ تَشَاءُ, you give the dominion to whomever you will. And وَتَنْزِعُ الْمُلْكَ مِمَّنْ تَشَاءُ, and you snatch it away from whoever you will. وَتُعِزُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ, you give izzah, sovereignty and supremacy and power to whomever you will. وَتُذِلُّ مَنْ تَشَاءُ, and you humiliate whomever you will. بِيَدِكَ الْخَيْرُ, in your hands is all goodness. إِنَّكَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ, verily you are upon all or everything able and capable. And so inshallah, this is where we'll stop for tonight. If there are any questions, please proceed. You can type them or you can go ahead and ask them, inshallah. If there aren't any questions, if later on you watch the video later on and have any questions, please feel free to reach me or reach Bilal Bilal, or also text in the group chat. جزاكم الله خيرا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.